Hello there, and thanks for visiting the Varykino YouTube channel. I'm Kristy.
And I'm Matt.
We're long-standing Star Wars fans who live and breathe Star Wars every day.
Welcome to another installment of our week of Star Wars, a series recapping the Star Wars fun we've had during the past week. First up, we're now down to less than 50 days until Andor Season 2 screens on Disney+. We're very much looking forward to that. Last week we talked about the Andor Season 2 teaser trailer that showed up on the official Star Wars YouTube channel. Yesterday, a short featurette showed up on Disney+ entitled the Andor Season 2 Special Look. That video is now also available on the Star Wars YouTube channel. This little featurette video is about 2.5 minutes, so about the length of a trailer, but it does cover quite a lot of nice new material.
And of course, what makes this different to a trailer is the fact that we get some really cool behind-the-scenes snippets showing us some of the sets, the costumes, the special effects, and we get a little bit confirmation of some of the other returning characters that I'm really looking forward to. We see Alan Tudyk on set in his special effects suit performing as K2SO, so I'm really excited.
Yeah, there's some really exciting scenes there. We get confirmation of B2 Emo showing up in Season 2. That's very nice to see. There's some great shots of an array of different KX droids together. There's some interesting new Special Forces troopers. Going to be some really interesting development in this story.
These little preview videos, both this special look featurette and the recent teaser trailer, are just getting me so hyped for this show. Of course, I was already very excited, but just seeing the scope of this one, it looks epic. The size of the sets, the number of actors and background actors in these scenes looks just incredible.
The other thing that I think that's really caught our attention is the fact that it bridges existing material so closely. We're already very familiar with Andor Season 1 and with Rogue One, and the fact that it ties those together with almost no gaps in the timeline is very exciting.
In Star Wars gaming news, in the mobile app game Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, we finally have the kit reveal for Crosshair. We have had the original Season 1 Bad Batch team in the game for quite some time, but of course if you have seen the show, Crosshair is not really with most of the Bad Batch throughout that first season and indeed into Season 2 as well, so it's really exciting to finally get Crosshair in this game. With this new second version of a Bad Batch in the game. We've already got new versions of Hunter, Wrecker, and Omega, so I'm really looking forward to getting Crosshair for my new team and testing out his new abilities.
Now, we've talked earlier about the fan-run March Madness Star Wars The Vintage Collection voting tournament, which is a head-to-head voting tournament that runs through the month of March. The voting is between fan-selected characters that we want to see made into Vintage Collection action figures, and it's going to run through a series of rounds where characters face off head-to-head in order to whittle the list down to a single winner. We've worked our way through the first round of voting, so we have some winners and some losers already. The first round ran through 16 characters, 8 matchups. Let's run through them and talk briefly about the winners. First up, we had The Stranger versus KB from Skeleton Crew. The Stranger took that round very strongly.
It was a close matchup between Darth Malak versus the Client from The Mandalorian, but in this matchup, Darth Malak was the winner.
Mara Jade had a pretty clear win over Ben Solo from Exegol from The Rise of Skywalker.
Another close matchup between Bodhi Rook from Rogue One and Ki-Adi-Mundi from the prequels. This one went to Ki-Adi-Mundi for the win.
Aliel Shus, who was originally slated to appear in the Mos Eisley Cantina HasLab playset, but didn't quite make the final cut, had a clear win against Amon Aman from Jabba's Palace in Return of the Jedi.
The next matchup was Emperor Palpatine, Sith Eternal from Rise of Skywalker versus Bosk, the bounty hunter from Empire Strikes Back. I was rooting for Palpatine, but Bosk was the winner here.
Next up, we've got the Jedi Temple Guard from the Clone Wars versus Fozak, also from Jabba the Hutt's palace scenes in Return of the Jedi. Jedi Temple Guard came out pretty solidly on top in that round.
Another clear winner in the last matchup, Echo from the Bad Batch versus Kelleran Beck. Echo coming out on top. I am really excited to hopefully see the Bad Batch team rank quite highly in the final results.
So as we all know, with this sort of tournament, you can get some fairly popular characters knocked out fairly early on just because of the random allocation to their first round opponents. That seems to be the case. There are a couple here that we would have liked to have seen go just a little bit further. Kelleran Beck, for example, but he's going to have a bit of a hard fight. Everybody wants to see the Bad Batch done, so Echo took that one out, obviously.
We took some time yesterday to place our votes for the second round of voting. We'll be finding out the results of that one very soon, and we'll talk about that next week.
Both of our recent purchases this past week came courtesy of a deep discount sale that a local department store was having. We picked up the Black Series Return of the Jedi 40th Anniversary Han Solo as seen on Andor.
We picked this one up on sale because I am intending to open this one as we don't have an older boxed version. So I'm really excited to open this one up very soon. And in that same department store clearance sale, I picked up the Lego Star Wars Coruscant Guard gunship, set number 75354. I've had my eye on this one for quite some time. I am very fond of the Republic gunship in general, and I really wanted to add this one to my collection, but it had been lingering, so I was hopeful I would spot it on clearance, and it finally did. So I was able to pick this one up for a fantastic price. I can't wait to build it.
In terms of videos that we've uploaded to our YouTube channel in this past week, we started the week with a reaction video taking a look at the Hasbro Pulse Star Wars fan stream for February this year. This round of the fan stream had quite a few interesting reveals from both the Black Series and the Vintage Collection, and even a new role-playing Black Series helmet.
This fan stream happened really shortly after the airing of the Andor Season 2 trailer, so it was really exciting to see the live stream revealing 2 Andor figures from Season 2, including Andor in a new outfit that had only just been revealed in that new trailer. It's really fun to get hyped for Andor Season 2 with the reveal of new figures. I can't wait to add them to our collection.
And I'm really excited about a Vintage Collection reveal there. I'm a big Hammerhead fan, so it's really cool to see a new version of Momo Nadon coming out. Here's a deluxe figure. There are a few slightly controversial conversation points about the packaging of him specifically on a deluxe figure cardback, but nonetheless the figure itself looks fantastic, comes with a lot of very cool accessories, and he should display extremely well with so many options.
One final highlight from this fan stream, especially since it is the 10th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith, was the reveal of the 1-to-1 roleplay 501st Legion Clone Trooper helmet. Of course, we go into all of these reveals and more in more depth in the video, which we'll have linked down below.
We opened up 2 Vintage Collection action figures on our YouTube channel. First up, the Vintage Collection Jawa from A New Hope VC161. We have a fairly extensive display of Jawas in our action figure display room, spanning all the way back to the original vintage figures from the 70s. Really nice to add a particularly good looking Jawa figure to that display.
I opened up the Vintage Collection Princess Leia Organa in her Yavin Ceremony outfit 3.75-inch figure. This one is misprinted. My backing card says VC164. The correct number for this one is VC150. I'm a big Princess Leia fan, so I'm always glad to add new figures to my collection. There are some quirks and perhaps slight errors with this figure, but it does look very pretty on display.
And finally, rounding out our uploaded videos, sticking on the Andor theme, we opened up Marva Andor in Pop Vinyl format, number 762, as seen in Season 1.
I loved Marva in Andor Season 1, so I'm so excited to finally have her in collectible format. I'm hoping that we get some action figures from Hasbro not too far off in the future. On a personal note, we just want to take a moment to pay tribute to our wonderful cat Giselle, who sadly passed away this week.
She'd been an important part of our family for nearly 17 years, and she will be greatly missed. So in closing, thanks for listening to another episode of Our Week of Star Wars. We appreciate you taking your time to listen to us.
And stay tuned for another episode next week. And as always, may the Force be with you. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a like, check out our other videos, and subscribe for alerts about new uploads. Thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.